Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our show is brought to you by Safe T Systems. When it comes to security systems, be smart. Go local. Safe T Systems can do everything the national companies can do, except they do it at better rates. They do it with local installation, local maintenance, and emergency and after-hour service. They're going to give you a better contract than any of the national services, I promise you that. Call VFL JJ Surlis and ask him. Safe T Systems will take care of your home, your business, best in the world in terms of security systems. Safe T Systems. All right, let's take a look. Tennessee's going to be locked into the SEC's pool of 6 bowls, as they call it. Now, here's the deal with these games. You see them listed. You got where they're played, when they're played, who the opponent is, and then in blue underneath each one, just based on the last list of projections I saw who the possible opponent could be if Tennessee gets there. And these were projections made before yesterday's games. So if somebody lost yesterday and they shouldn't be there, blame Jerry Palm. The thing about these games, here's the way it works. The SEC assigns you these games. So even if they try and please everybody, so even if, let's say, the Music City Bowl really wants Tennessee, and Tennessee really wants the Music City Bowl, if Texas A&M got the short end of the stick last year, the SEC can still say, hey, it's your year to get the short end of the stick. We got to take care of A&M. So in terms of what bowls want UT and what bowl UT wants, it may not make a difference. It's not like the old days. The SEC now assigns it. That said, Jimmy, I know you have contacts. I'll let Chuck talk about Nashville here in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you about Jacksonville. You got contacts down there. Gator Bowl interested, certainly.
Yeah, we talked to our friend Frank Frangie, who's done a radio show there for many, many years, and he said he interviewed a Gator Bowl official recently, and he said they would love to have Tennessee. Last time Tennessee went there a few years back, they played Iowa. They had about 40,000 Tennessee fans there. They did an impromptu vol walk out in the parking lot when the buses arrived. It was a heck of a scene. I know the Gator Bowl would love to get Tennessee at 7-5 or 6-6.
Yeah, it was 2015. It was Butch Jones' first bowl trip. Chuck, you talked to Brad Lampley, VFL.
Yeah, I've
about
actually just got a text just a few minutes ago, the co-chairman of the Music City Bowl, and they would love to have Tennessee, obviously. I think the Gator Bowl, Tennessee and Michigan, would be just a fantastic bowl game. That's out there. Brad Lampley said that as well. I think he believes it's really down to the Gator Bowl. Music City Bowl would love to have them. The other possibility most likely could be the Belk Bowl in Charlotte with a rematch with Virginia Tech.
Yeah, which would not interest me. You've seen Virginia Tech. Move on. Play somebody new. I like mixing it up. I'd rather see Michigan, who you've only played once before. But yeah, the Outback is also a possibility because the SEC just doesn't have that many teams available this year, and you could have 4 teams go into the Big 6 bowls. You could have Georgia and LSU into the playoffs. You could have Alabama's definitely going to a Big 6 bowl. And because the way the system works, Tennessee gets a slot every 2 or 3 years where they can get to the Orange Bowl. Florida might be attractive there. If you get all 4 of those teams going into the big bowls, Auburn would likely be your Citrus Bowl team, and Tennessee might be your Outback. Josh, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's funny how this season has worked out for Tennessee, right, where they've turned things around. And then the way things have gone within the SEC and the slots that could be available, it might be that a lot of teams get kind of taken care of, right? If the elite teams take care of their own business, LSU, I guess, doesn't want to lose to Georgia there, but in that scenario. But yeah, Tennessee could find a really good spot. 2 months ago, just going to a bowl game, I think was a crazy idea. Now you can see a little greedy talk from Tennessee fans, which I wouldn't blame them for.
Tennessee's last trip to the Music City was 2016, December of 2016. January that year, they went to the Outback Bowl. 2015, the Gator Bowl. So they've been to all 3 of those bowls, Music City, Outback, and Gator, in recent years. Never been to the Belk Bowl, but they opened last season in Charlotte, so they may look at that as a different deal over there with their team. Never been to the Texas Bowl. You're not going to fall that far, I don't think. Liberty Bowl, that's out at this point because the SEC might not have enough teams to even fill the Liberty Bowl. Daniel, let me ask you, as a player, you played on a team that famously didn't care about going to a crummy bowl game in terms of a couple of your team leaders.
Right.
Aside from that rare exception, most teams with good leadership, what are they looking at in terms of finding the best bowl bid?
For us, it was always hoping to go to really the one that's furthest away Because it puts more travel money in your pocket. We're college kids, and so when we went to the Music City Bowl, it was like, oh, we got $800, $900, which was a good amount. But when we went to the Chick-fil-A Bowl, and that number got up to $1,300, $1,400 and everything else, I can't imagine what it'd be like to go down to Jacksonville. It'd be a lot of fun.
Plus all the little goodies they give you.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? And John, real quick, a lot of this, I believe, what I was told, will be determined by SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey, and it'll be decided at the SEC championship game, how they want to do things. So I thought that was kind of interesting, too.
Yeah, it's the SEC takes the input from the schools, and they get the input from the bowls, and then they say, here's your match, here's your match. The old days of everyone making their handshake agreements, or even having slots where you're fourth in the SEC, fourth goes here, those are gone. Now it's basically the SEC, it's the pool of six, it's up to the commissioner and up to whatever he decides is best at that moment. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk to two emphasis on old VFL teammates about a hidden edge that Jarrett Garantano gives the Tennessee football team, and that is getting them into the right run plays. We'll talk with Sterling Hinton and Mike Stoll next. Come on back on the Sports Source.
The biggest sports crew in the state of Tennessee. This is the Sports Source.